This is Texas Miluso once again, and in this video I'm installing a storm door that I purchased from Home Depot. Here I'm just unboxing the door. I'm looking it over, and I did notice there was some damage inside the door in one of the corners, but that, I was able to straighten out the aluminum a little bit and still use it. The packaging is not that great. The panels were loose, the glass panels were loose, but I was still able to put everything together. Here I'm looking at the frame. It's a little bit offset, the door frame, so I'm having to build it out just a tad with some wood that I have left over from when the shed was built. And I'm just getting my tools here ready. I'm getting my saw. And as always, measure once, measure twice, cut once. So I'm going to go back and measure again. Here I'm just cutting the wood. And I'm just continuing making sure that the trim pieces that I need to build out the framing around the door, try to cut them as best as possible. Okay, so now we're going to rip this at Here I'm just going to rip the wood to the width of the frame right there. So I'm just making sure that the frame and the piece of wood that I ripped, they're going to match. So this is a piece that I need to build out so the door can sit square, the door frame can sit square. And of course, the cats are there keeping an eye on what I'm doing. Here's the other cat. We call this guy Solovino, and the other ones are Flaco and Wunda. This one right here is Wunda Katzen, and the one on the brown table is this one right here is Flaco. And I'm just continuing to rip the wood to the width. Like I said, this is wood that was left over when the shed was built, and there it fits pretty much perfectly in there. And that's what is good to keep, uh, scraps of wood as a DIYer. Try to keep small scraps of wood for future builds. Here I'm having to glue them. I basically had to trim it and then rip it and then build it out so to match the width of the existing door frame. So I'm gluing it using all the clamps that I have there available. I'm not really a carpenter, but I try to do as much DIY as possible. Just cleaning up some of the excess wood. I'm letting it dry, then I'm going to paint it. I think here I already dried it, already painted it. I'm dry fitting everything, making sure things match as best as possible. And then I'm just going to use some pre-drill some of the holes and then use a couple of wood screws. Here I'm just explaining basically what I'm doing. This was a very long video over, I think, 2 days. So I'm just trying to speed it up here. I'm just, like I said, I pre-drill the holes and then I use a couple of screws to attach the wood trim that I needed to build that. Then as I was attaching the frames for the door, I found out that I also needed to build out the top. I thought I only needed to build out the center, but no, I also needed to build out. So what I'm doing now, using a little bit of caulk and trying to cover up those holes. That's what I'm doing, just putting it on my finger and then filling up all the holes so it'll look better finished product. Well, it is now installed. Door opens and closes. Install the handle. I still need to install that arm thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna, the self closer. I'm still working on that. Don't know if I'm gonna install it or not, but there is the finished product. Like I mentioned before, yeah, the sweep doesn't go all the way to the bottom, but this can be fixed. I've gotta run to Home Depot and maybe find just a longer sweep that can close. Okay, well, I know I said I was done in my previous video, but as I was installing this closer thing, this is a new version of the closer, I'm guessing, which is not as the instructions indicate. It's kind of neat. Same principle, except instead of the little washer thing that used to be here at the end, it's got this little button. It's kind of neat, you know. You open it, it closes. The door closes really nice, and you can adjust it. It's got a little adjusting knob here, so no longer needing a screwdriver. So it opens and it closes. The one thing that I did want to mention is this new, instead of the washer, this button. So let me see if I can do this. You open the door and then you press it and it locks in place. And the little instructions there says to release. All you got to do is open the door, then it closes. So it's now it's finished. Like I said, I do have to do something about that gap in the bottom, so we can get full use of the door. Prevents little. I mean, we don't leave this door open overnight anyway. This door is closed most of the time because here in South Texas, you know, by 7 o'clock it's already 90 degrees most of the year, except for today. Very rare days that we have this nice weather. But I do thank you for watching. If you watched this whole video, thank you. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. This is Texas Miluso. Thank you for watching.